Hi, and welcome to our Opulent Health and Wellness event. My name's Jana, and I'll be hosting the majority of the event today. And we do aim to try and get this one done relatively quickly because we're all mamas and we are all on the run. I know I've had a crazy morning this morning and I've still got a lot to do this afternoon. A little bit about myself. I came across this opportunity 14 months ago now. I was working full-time in a public service job, and for the first time in my life was hating it. So for me, I was looking at the products and the program mainly for my husband, but then the opportunity just made sense and I sort of jumped on board. So 14 months fast forward, it has replaced my full-time position and I get to stay at home and be with my children now, which is amazing. And we are now starting to work on our next challenge, and that might be just getting the family on the road and start caravanning. So my vision board has totally changed, which is great. So it's very exciting. So I guess if you're on here today, you're a guest of someone that may be launching today. We're really excited. We've got a new mama that's launching her business today, Emma. So we're really excited to be having her on here today. And she just really wants some extra income so her family can get in their caravan and travel around Australia, which is really exciting. So we'll be speaking to her a little bit later. A couple of girls will share their business story, and a couple might share their results with the product, just depending on how many are on. But anyway, so I'm just going to jump straight into our program. All right, so our program is literally called the Juicy Body Transformation. All our customers get to be a part of that for free for life. All right, it's an amazing program. It's not a diet, it's a lifestyle program, and it is based around whole foods and lifestyle and the family. It's family friendly, it's fun, it's easy to prepare. They're all the meals that you're normally craving, but just the healthier version of them. So we love the program, and it's continuously being upgraded and things are being added. It's got hundreds of recipes. We've got a detox, we've got a cleanse, and it just gets families back into the kitchen and creating those healthy habits that sometimes get a bit lost in our very busy lifestyles. So once a customer, they get to be part of our private page. And in that private page, they get all the customer care, support, and they get access to all our ebooks. So the Juicy Body Transformation has over 5 ebooks now, and some are based around chocolate even. Chocolate is a part of our program. We've got a thermo guide. We've got our first initial guide. Mine is binded around the wrong way, upside down. But beautiful pictures in there, really easy instructions. We can get them printed for you, but they are all available through ebooks through our private customer page. This was built mainly by a mum herself, Kira. She was runner-up in MasterChef Top 10 2014, along with a team of professionals in whatever they're doing, whether they're personal trainers, whether they're naturopaths or nutritionists. We've had lots of feedback into this guide. And it has been we're getting such great results with the program along with our product, in weight loss, in craveability, in health, in gut health. Seeing your children go from, maybe three vegetables that they'll let you put on their plate to being able to put, the whole rainbow. That's what this is creating. So it's a wonderful program. We love it and we love to share it, and that's what these events are all about. So the program is built around our amazing products. So if you haven't heard of it before, Juice Plus is our company. The company's been around for 47 years, but our product 27. So it's not a fad, and it's not something that's going to be come in and go out. It has been around for quite some time. So we've got over 20 years worth of results, which is amazing. What we also do have is over 36 peer-reviewed scientific journals. Look, with other products out there that are involved with those journals, yeah, we do pay to support to have these studies done, but to actually get them classified as a peer-reviewed study is really hard, and it has to be a worthy scientific study, more or less. And we've got over 36 in there, not one, not two, 36 studies. And they're all available for us to read and study, which is amazing. So our hero product is what the studies are based around, which is our fruit, vegetable and berry capsules. Okay, so literally when you take these on a day-to-day basis, you're looking at a variety of over 27 fruits and vegetables and berries getting into your body each and every single day. Look, government states that we should be having about 3 to 5, but science now, you know, with our heavy lifestyles, busy, with the deprivated soil and just everything we're breathing in and the chemicals on our fruit and vegetables and so forth, it's really important that the science is suggesting that we need to actually up it to maybe more like 9 to 11. 9 to 11 is a huge task for anybody to do on a day-to-day basis, and the amount of natural sugars in those items can be quite large. So that's why Juice Plus is amazing, because what it is it's designed to bridge the gap. So, you know, obviously you've got an idea on what you're eating, but you have an idea on what you should be eating and then trying to bridge that gap in the middle. So literally our fruit and vegetables are grown purely for our products. So the farms that we have with our fruits, vegetables and berries growing on them are literally only there to be grown for these products. There's no chemicals. They're GMO free. They're literally kept on the vine until they're prime ripening, which is the opposite to what we purchase from our supermarkets, because we're getting our fruit and vegetables 2 to 1 week later after they're being picked off their vines, well before their prime ripening, and they've had different waxes and chemicals sprayed on them. And then if they're vegetables, we're also cooking them, therefore cooking the ingredients out of the nutrients out of them, sorry. And that's where it's different to ours. So like I said, they're they're grown purely for this product. They're picked at their absolute highest cellular level, taken in where they're washed. Then they are juiced and pulped, so all that liquid's removed, and just accidentally the sugar came out as well, which is great. And then they are slowly heated, all right, at a level that keeps all those phytonutrients, live enzymes and micronutrition all intact. Micronutrition is like the fuel in the oil in your engine, so it keeps everything in our bodies sort of ticking over smoothly. And what I love about it is it's different to our fruit. Like, I don't like to play that comparison game, but compared to other multivitamins and supplements that you get from the supermarkets, they're full of so many synthetic and artificial ingredients, where these are just fruit and vegetables. So your body recognises it and knows what to do with it. So it goes where it needs to go. Whereas the synthetic products that we're used to and been purchasing, your body sort of rejects it and you actually discrete it. So you're actually weeing out the product that you've actually been paying for years and consuming. So that's what I love about these. So we're seeing obviously huge results between these capsules and our program, creating craveability, because like attracts like. The more you get these more fruit and vegetables into your body, the more you're going to crave and want more of it, which is truly amazing as well. What we also love is there's no warning label on there. Perfectly safe for the whole family, whether you're pregnant, whether you're breastfeeding, whatever time in your life that you're at. Juice Plus there's something there to sort of bridge that gap in anyone's diet. And so when we're talking about 27 fruits and vegetables too, which is also amazing about the label, is you don't need a science degree to know how to read it. So literally on the back of the berries, the ingredients label this: grape, raspberry, bilberry, blueberry, cranberry, pomegranate, blackcurrant, blackberry, elderberry and artichoke. I can't say I get them all into my body every day naturally, freshly, but at least I know I'm getting it in my capsules and I can read it and I know what I'm consuming, which is great. And that's full of antioxidants. So that's your hair, your face, your skin, all those things us women really like, and notice and don't get enough of. So they are our premium capsules. They are amazing. Call them the Wonder Caps. And I guess here in Australia, we're still a part of one of those peer-reviewed scientific studies. Well, I should say study. It hasn't been reviewed and going into those journals yet. But we get to sponsor a child for free between the ages of 4 and 18 for free. So whenever an adult gets those capsules, they get to sponsor a child for free, and they can either have the capsules if they're a bit older, or they can have the chews. So they're pretty much the fruit and the vegetable powder that's in our capsules, but it's put into a chew form instead with all natural tapioca. Okay, again, very different to what you see in the supermarket and in the chemist. No artificial sweeteners or ingredients in there. It's all natural again. And your child is consuming a variety of 17 fruits and vegetables a day. And I don't know any child that can consume that variety each and every day, because they just change every single day. They'll like something one day and hate it the next day. Huge results already in this study with craveability. Children asking for things from the crisper instead of the pantry. They were asking for less sugar and less salt, and asking for apple and cucumber and capsicum, which is amazing. And they're looking for that rainbow on their plate, that they're learning with this program along with their product to want and crave that rainbow effect. Huge results here too. I mean, we all show inflammation in different ways, but for little children, they really struggle, obviously, when it's skin related or respiratory related. For myself, my children both suffered from croup, baby asthma, and 4 months into this program, where they would normally have croup just about every second week through winter, they have been croup free now for 10 months. All right, even the smallest runny nose, which would turn into croup coming back from childcare, is just gone by the morning. So truly amazing for us, because we were sleep deprived, relationship deprived. We were on all different medication for the kids, which was horrible, and we even were on antibiotics a few times because it turned into pneumonia. So huge there. I know a lot of other families that have had kids that suffer from the psoriasis or the eczema, and have had massive results with that, and the children, you know, going from being so uncomfortable and at unease with their skin and not knowing how to you know, get themselves comfortable with it is clearing up, which is amazing. So yeah, they're our chews, and if anything, it's just about bridging the gap, because, you know, kids especially, you just can't pick a great day with them to get all those into them. Our only other product is our macronutrition, so our complete powders. So we don't have a huge catalogue. We've only got 3 products. It makes it really easy. So I've talked about the micronutrition, so the oil in the engine, and this is literally our macronutrition, which is our fuel. All right, not designed to be a meal replacement, but if you do add the right things, it is amazing that that it can be used for weight loss, weight gain. I normally have it for breakfast, and if I add the right things, I am full all the way through to lunch. So this is like a protein powder, but all natural again. It's got over 30 plant-based in there. Look, when I say it's not a meal replacement as well, people are like, well, what is it? What are you going to use it for then? But it's amazing for pre-workout, post-workout. Like I said, if you add the right ingredients, it is an amazing meal replacement, or you're adding it to your smoothie bowl creations. We've got lots of recipes with it too. But when you are consuming this, just say your child had that variety of 17 fruits and vegetables in their chews, and they had this, they're literally getting nearly 40 plant-based ingredients just with this product on its own, let alone their 3 meals or 5 meals that they're having during the day. So it can be quite massive what they're getting into their little bodies, and the changes are so noticeable. So when you're looking at your complete powders, they come in 2 yummy flavours, vanilla and chocolate. They make any green smoothie taste good, which is great, because I know I used to have trouble swallowing mine. But the proteins, again, all natural from soy, chickpea, pea and rice. And then you're looking at some amazing things that are also in there, like quinoa, millet, ancient grains, alfalfa sprouts, radish sprouts, pumpkin powder, mushroom powder, vitamin D. We only get it from 2 places, the sun and from mushrooms, and there it is, it's in there. We've got, you know, vitamin D, vitamin C, vitamin B12, vitamin B6, and niacin, a complex vitamin B that's created in this form from our powders, which is like a mood balancer. So people that are having our capsules and getting all that extra energy, and then adding these smoothies to their diet, are having lots and lots of results with anxiety and depression as well, because it's balancing out all those little chemical imbalances in their bodies, and which is really amazing, especially again for mamas with postnatal depression and things like that. But honestly, results are different for everybody, and we all absorb things differently, and inflammation's different in everybody. So for me, with results-wise with the product, I wasn't expecting any. I literally got it from my husband, who only ate meat and potatoes, so it was bridging the big gap in his diet. But I was lucky. I have been makeup-less for about 8 months now. I used to have a lot of inflammation around my mouth. And I think I had 2 sort of detox parts through the first 4 months, and then I've been sort of clear skin ever since. Energy, like I said, I had babies that weren't sleeping and babies that weren't breathing very well, so it was a lot of late nights, and I was exhausted come 7, well, even by 3 o'clock I was needing a sugar fix. By 7:30 I was asleep. Now I'm sort of up from 6 to about midnight every night, and when my head hits that pillow, I'm straight out. I'm sleeping so well, but then I'm not feeling tired beforehand, which is great. And then inflammation in my back. I've got a sciatic nerve from a bulged disc at my L5, which used to be an all-day ongoing pain down my left side, which I haven't noticed for about, I'm not sure when it stopped, to be honest. It was, someone just asked me, and I was just like, oh, I haven't noticed it for at least 6 months now. So that's been amazing for me too. So I'm just going to see who we've got on to see if anyone can share. It probably going to have to be the same girl sharing business as sharing products. So I might get Linz. Linz, are you good to share? Or you're frozen? I'm not sure if that means you're there or not. That's right, I'll get Catherine to share first. Kath, you're right, I know you've got the kids there. Oh, no, Linz is there. Beautiful, I'll spotlight you. You good?
Sorry, yep, I just had to walk out of the room. She's just nodded off. What am I doing? I'm sharing my product story, am I?
Yeah, maybe Harry and maybe your pregnancy.
Oh, okay, cool. Love to. All right, so my name is Lindsay, and I've been taking the product since February last year. Jana actually introduced me to it, and for me it was more the case of a fear of missing out on something good, and she was getting good results, so I just wanted to jump in. I wasn't particularly looking for anything, but I thought who couldn't use more fruit and veg? My family certainly could. So we got the whole family on it, my husband and my, at the time, 13-year-old boy. And I was breastfeeding as well. So my daughter, who was exclusively breastfed at that stage, was getting it all through me as well. And for Harry, sorry I'm puffing. I've just run up the stairs and I'm 35 weeks pregnant. So that's why I'm puffing. So my boy, he actually has suffered from, I think they're called plantar warts. Baby brain is struck again. I'm pretty sure they're called plantar warts, and he had over 30 of them on both of his hands, and he was really, really self-conscious about them. He, used to hide his hands and bite all over his hands and on his nails and stuff like that, because he was quite self-conscious and nervous about people noticing all these warts all over his hands. And, he was getting to that age as well where girls were starting to notice him, and he got his first girlfriend last year, and, she would hold his hand and be like, "Ooh, what's that on your hand?" And when we started the product, I just had him on the kids' chews, and I said to him, look, because he's a teenager, we know what teenagers are like, right? I said, if you can commit to taking the fruit and veg, I said, I'll get you the berry. They're excellent for skin, at least so I'm told. So let's see how you go, but you got to commit to your fruit and veg first. So he did that, and he did really well with it. So I got him the berry. That was in March that he started on all 3 products. All 3 of the chews and caps. And by July the same year, he'd gone from having, I think he had about 37 when he started, and he went from 37 to 1. And he actually lives up on the Gold Coast with his dad. And I saw him just yesterday, and I said, show us your warts, how are they going? And he had this one terrible wart left over from July last year, and it is now almost completely gone as well. So in 12 months' time, just by flooding his system with the nutrients that he was, quite obviously missing, and his body was just reacting with, his warts are almost gone. And for him, that's so huge. Like, he just loves that. He's not embarrassed about his hands anymore. He's not biting his nails as bad anymore because he hasn't got that anxious, nervous twitch about it. So that, that aside from everything else would have just been awesome if we just got that. But as a mum, what's been really cool is, as I said, when I started taking it, I was breastfeeding my daughter Harper, that's who I snuck out of the room from. I've just got her down after swimming lessons. And I was able to have it while I was breastfeeding her. We went through a stage of elimination diet with her because we thought she had a cow milk allergy. And so it was safe for me to continue to have with her because there's no dairy in it at all. So I continued that. And then, I stopped breastfeeding her, and waited a few months and tried again for another bub, and it was totally safe for me to take then. It's been totally safe for me to have the whole pregnancy. When I took it to my obstetrician to make sure that she was happy for me to take it with the folate and all that sort of stuff, she was actually blown away by the product and said, that's incredible. Like it's the real thing. You don't need to take any other supplement. So, I didn't have to take any Elevate or any other products like that. And I've had a really cool pregnancy. It's been totally different to the other two. I haven't put on near as much weight as I did with the other two. With the other two, I put on about 35 kilos, and this time I've probably only put on about 13 kilos. And it's all just going so brilliantly. And to know that I can take a product, breastfeeding, trying for a bub, being pregnant, and then when this one comes, breastfeeding her as well, is just, I think that just speaks volumes for a product. And it's just, I'm just so lucky that Jana stumbled across it and I asked her what it was, because it's just, it's been fantastic for our family. I'm just, I love it, obviously. So thanks for letting me share, Jana.
Liz, can I just get you to touch on one other bit, because I've known since you were 11, but can you talk about conceiving? Because for you, with your cycle, touch on that.
Yeah, definitely. So I've been one of those girls that has never had a regular period. Like, I used to have 40 days to 10 days to 21 days to 28 days. I'll be like, woohoo, 28 days. And it was just, it was just crazy. And so I took the pill to try to regulate that, obviously, as I was growing up. And then I got into this sort of vicious cycle of skipping the pill because I just hated getting my period. So I used to do that constantly until my body couldn't handle it anymore and I would have a period. Anyway, when I was 29, I actually I had a minor stroke. I'm 36 now, and I had a minor stroke, and luckily no side effects or anything from that. It was just I was like paralyzed on the left-hand side for about 30 to 40 seconds, and I had no after effects from it, which was really cool. But it was a catalyst moment for me to sort of change my life and be a bit healthier and things like that. And anyway, so from that moment, I wasn't allowed to take the pill anymore. So I obviously had to be quite careful with my partner and stuff like that and use other forms of protection. But because of that, I had no idea when my period was coming. So it could be 5 days, it could be 12 days, it could be 40 days. It could last for 2 weeks. It could last for 2 days. It was just infuriating, basically. Anyway, when I obviously, when I started on the product, I was breastfeeding, so I wasn't actually getting my period or anything like that. But when I stopped breastfeeding and I was still on the product, it was only 2 cycles of a slightly irregular, like the first one I think was 21 days, and then the second one was about 25 days, I think. And then each cycle thereafter that was 28 days on the dot. And I have never had a period like that in my life. And being 36 and trying to conceive, with my daughter, it took us 8 months to conceive. Being able to sort of time that and have that regular period and know when my fertile period was something I didn't think I would ever get, and was such a massive surprise that, a product would give me that kind of regularity. And what's really cool is I'm not the only person I've heard that from. Like, a few of my friends that take the product as well have been like, oh yeah, I'm regular too now, and I've never been regular. So it seems to be a bit of a common thing, which is so cool as a woman to know when that damn thing's coming every month. So yeah, but for conceiving, it was such a blessing, so that we could time it and have that another bub and add to our family, which we'd always wanted to do. So it was really cool.
Awesome. Thanks, Han.
Yeah, no worries.
Cool. And I'm just going to get one more person to share. I'm just going to highlight Ness. Hi, Ness. How you going?
Hello, how you going?
Good. I know you're busy. Can we just get, can you, especially on your little girl, it's so funny, we've just talked about female cycles. Now we're going to talk about pooping. Can you just...
Oh, no. I think you might be getting me confused with someone else.
Oh, that's all right. That was actually Carla, wasn't it, that's got the pooping?
Yeah.
Cool. Just give us your product share, and that'd be awesome.
Yeah, cool, no worries. So we got on the product about August last year. Lindsay actually introduced me to them. We live in Canberra as well, so it's freezing here. It's already -2 overnight. in, what are we, April, May. So yeah, we basically had a really tough winter last year. Hubby works away, and we were just sick. All of us just kept getting sick. So we were a bit run down, a bit fed up. I was being mum and dad for most of winter last year, and I just needed a break. And I was on the hunt for some, some kind of extra vitamins or something to give us that boost, just to give me more energy, so I can deal with everyday stresses, and also to help the girls, just stay on top of their sickness. So basically, within a couple of weeks of taking the chews and the capsules, I started noticing my energy levels increase. And I used to, I guess, by the time I get the kids into bed at 7, 8 o'clock at night, I was just buggered, and I just, go to bed myself. But these days I'm actually still awake, after 11 some nights. So, I'm full of energy, basically. I've had other side effects to the caps as well. I've lost a fair bit of weight since having our second. I've been eating a lot healthier. I've been on the JBT program, which we're loving. The girls are starting to eat a lot more healthier foods. But yeah, the biggest thing for us, and it's what we've been wanting out of the product, was for the girls to have stronger immune systems. Georgia started daycare in October last year, and I started her on the chews around about then. And she came home with a runny nose once, and that was it. So she's done really well. And we're looking forward to heading into winter this year, knowing that we're on we've got a strong immune system now, and we shouldn't be getting sick as often as we did last year. So we can actually enjoy the Canberra winter rather than stay indoors and try and keep everyone else healthy.
And it is hard, especially for working mums, because it does take you away from your work load as well. And my kids were the same. Every second week I was taking sick days off. So this is, instead of having your flu vax this year, I'm confident not taking it. I'm confident that my Juice Plus is going to get me through. Thanks heaps, Ness. I'll just
that's all right.
You off there. So like I said, the products are different for everybody. Results are different for you got it? I can do it.
Yeah.
So I'll just touch on it. So, most of us that I've shared are taking the whole food products. It is just such a great catalyst for change, but it's so refreshing knowing that you know exactly what you're putting into your body. I think we just take it for granted, previously, that what we were purchasing from the chemist or from the supermarket, where it was, for vitamins or supplements, that because it was there, it was in the supermarket, that it meant that it was all good. That we're putting in the right stuff into our children's bodies or into our own bodies. Look, I'm in the gym most days, and I was on all sorts of things: magnesium, protein powders, pre and post workout shakes, macapar and acai. Now I get to put all that natural stuff into my smoothie, which I know is all plant-based, and I've got my capsules. My recovery for the gym is amazing. I'm just pushing even harder because I'm just not getting that soreness that I normally get. But the relief biggest for the product was with my kids having those chews, honestly. They have the chews and they have the shakes, but if I don't have to be up with them all night, making sure that they're breathing okay with croup, and then taking them back and forth to GP and hospital, and then, calling in sick every second week, getting them better for a week, then sending them back to school, and then them coming back and catching it all over again. It was such a vicious cycle. But like I said, we all absorb things differently, and the product, well, it's just fruit and vegetables. It just makes sense. So that's our product. So we're just going to change it up a little bit and talk a little bit about the business and what the opportunity has given a lot of us. So I guess when a lot of people start thinking about the business, they get very skeptic, and I was that skeptic for sure. I've owned traditional business in the past. I had a restaurant for 3 years, and I spent a fortune purchasing it, keeping it running, covering staff, having constant, food and so forth coming in. To keep it clicking over, I guess, and I sold it at the end, and that was the first time I made a wage out of it when I sold it. So I was working ridiculous hours, 80, 90 hours. Probably that following year I probably would have been starting to draw a wage, but I'd had enough. I was working ridiculous hours, never seeing my partner, and we were planning to get married and to travel some more, and I just could not work it around that. But when you think about traditional business, I worked for the Defence while I had my restaurant. So I've been a public servant for 12 years. There's only one person at the top, so I was Defence. So it would have been the Chief of Navy or the Chief of Defence for me. But if I make it a bit simpler, we'll just think of Safeway or IGA or whatever, and they all have their CEO at the top. Then they might have their board of directors, and they might have their state managers, area managers, store managers, 2 ICs, deli managers, and aisle managers or whatnot. And then you'll probably have down here, you've got your lovely people that are at the checkout chicks. So you've got Pete, you've got Alan, you've got Liz, you've got Sue, and they're always there and they're always happy to pop your order through. Well, most days they're happy to put your order through, but they could be here for ages. They might not have any want to actually get to a next position, but if they do, what they've got to do is they've got to either upskill themselves, but then they've got to actually apply and fight against their other buddies that are down here, or they could actually be going up against somebody externally as well. So maybe 10, 20 years, they might get up to, say, a store manager or an aisle manager or something like that. But they'll probably be feeling really guilty because they've had to do it over their friends, or their friends are really cranky with them because they want it over them. But the chances of anybody down here ever winning this CEO role, the person up the top that's just delegating all the roles to the people down below and making all the money, is probably going to come externally. Someone that's already had experience, someone that's done the tertiary education, and you're never going to get that chance. And these roles in the middle here, they're probably more hours, or you're taking work home, and it's just affecting your your time with your family. This is what I love about what we do. Ours is literally upside down. All right, so this is our business structure. We all come in what we call a virtual franchise, and we're lucky if we're there a day, a week, 10 days max. And the difference is we've still got levels as well, promotional levels. But our top position is called NMD. The difference between this structure and our structure is this is unlimited, okay? There's not one person at the top making all the money from this business, all right? And the only way this person here will grow is if they link arms with the person that introduced them, or with sideline buddies or with other people, and help each other to get to each level, all right? And the person that introduced them isn't going to go any further up unless they help them as well. It's a teach-to-teach business, all right? We come in and we only pay $165 for the year. Gives us a virtual office that we can run from anywhere in the world. Anywhere we've got Wi-Fi. We can have customers in over 26 countries now. We can do this as a nomad, as long as you've got a smartphone. We don't utilise our smartphones as half as what we could be. I can run my business all from my phone. Even though I'm a stay-at-home mum now, doesn't mean I stay at home. I'm very rarely home, but being able to run my business from my phone and just introduce, this lifestyle, this program and this product to people and help them has enabled me to be at home, which is great. And I think when, people first come into the business, they're really nervous and they're really not sure if they're going to be able to get on and talk today, or be able to share it, or know enough people. That's what's great about this business too. You really don't need to come into this business knowing a lot of people. All right, so literally when I came in, I was the same. I'd gone from Defence to the Department of Human Services on promotion after maternity leave. So it was a new job. It was promotion, extra stress, bigger hours, bigger driving hours. I was stuck in the car. My old job was 5 minutes to the back of the Navy gates. My new job was about 45 minutes each morning, each afternoon, or an hour and a half if I was going to another office. But this one, well, I just get out of bed and I'm in the office when I want to work. I get to work when I want, where I want, with who I want, which I love. So when I came in, there was just me. Lauren had introduced me to the business. I hadn't met her before. I didn't know her. I just knew that the product made sense, and I saw a post about it. It was health, it was wellness, it was working your own hours, and it was all through Wi-Fi, through your smartphone. It was all really easy, no direct selling, which I loved as well, because that just wasn't me. But Lauren taught me how to share my journey with the product, why I was taking the product, what I was hoping for, what I was excited for. And very quickly, a few people saw what I was doing, and they, knew I had 2 kids. They knew I was absolutely wiped out. I was exhausted, and all of a sudden I had all this energy. I was glowing, I was excited, I had a community that was supporting me, and a few of these customers very quickly turned into team. Okay? All right, so I've got a few customers there, but what I got Lindsay very early in the stage, I got Catherine, and I got Steph, all right at the start. Okay, and then what I did with these girls is I showed them what Lauren had shown me, just help share the product, share it with a few customers, and then, help them find a few team, or team will just come to them automatic because they love the product. They know it makes sense. They know it's really easy to share. They know they're going to get results. All right. So Lynn's went and shared it with Ness. She went and shared it with a few other people as well. Catherine went and shared it with Michelle. Michelle went and shared it with Adam, her brother. And then Adam went and shared it with Zoe. And look, and then they're all sprouting off and they're sharing it with more people too. It's just teaching to teaching, because Catherine and shared it with Michelle, Lynn's going to share it with Ness, and Ness is going to be doing the same as well. And it just keeps happening like this. But all I knew at the start was Lindsay, Catherine, and Steph. Since then, I've gone and shared it with Casey. I've gone and shared it with Alicia. I've gone and shared it with Emma, who's on tonight. So today, normally in a night event. But that's just how organically it grows. We don't go door to door. We don't need to hold stock or anything. We just share an amazing product. And then all we do is we link them up with our head office, who build the customer and then send it out to them. So we're not running around with stock in our car either. So it's another thing. So we're going to touch a little bit more on business, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to find Emma now. I know she's super nervous, but she's going to share where did you go? Oh, there. Hello, there's two of you on spotlight. That's going to jump onto you. Don't be scared. So I know how you came into the business, but for everybody that's watching, can you just let us know how Juice Plus came into your life?
If I can see you.
What you're looking forward to and why the business makes sense to you.
Yeah, so I've been following a Facebook page, the Family Caravan and Camping, and we want to get on the road in a couple of years. And I was thinking of ways what I could do to make money on the road. And I saw someone actually ask the question. So Jana had reached out to them, so I asked her for more info. So yeah, that's how I found out about it. So yeah, I'm excited to see what results we can get. We may just put the order in today. So I'm just hoping it can help with my skin and energy. I do struggle to get out of bed and get the kids to school on time in the morning.
We all do
so yeah, we're just looking forward to being able to live a healthy lifestyle, and just be able to help others as well, be able to share with the others when I hopefully get some really good results. From what I've heard, it's really good, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, and opportunity-wise, especially before you get on the road and when you get on the road, how excited and what about the business you think you can help people with?
Just being able to share my story, hopefully, because obviously when you're traveling around, you meet a lot of people. To be able to share it with them.
Yeah, awesome.
But I've actually in the last probably about a year ago, I was quite healthy, eating really good, exercising, but I've been in a bit of a patch at the moment where I just can't get motivated. So this has kind of come at the right time. So hopefully I can, it will push me to eat better and exercise.
Awesome. Did I just re-spot myself? I did. Well done. That was great. That was your first share. Well done, Emma. So, look, everyone comes in to it for different reasons, whether it be health, motivation, you're definitely going to get, but support is what you're going to get more of. And for Emma is once she gets used to the business and gets used to talking, it's also sharing the opportunity. Being that she is going to be, heading around Australia caravanning, sure, she'll be sharing the amazing lifestyle program and the product, but she'll be able to share the opportunity. Who doesn't want to get their family in a caravan and travelling around Australia or overseas, or just that time? I was working full time, and all I was coming home to each night was that witch hour. And it was horrendous. I hated it. I'd be coming home to cook dinner, bath them, feed them, get them to bed, and the whole time they'd be yelling at me because they just want me to sit down and cuddle them or read them a book or play a game with them. But, it was late. I'd been at work, they'd been in care from 6:30 to, 5:30. And then I was just getting home and it was just go, go, go. And then the weekend had come around and it'd be catch up. So you'd be doing all the washing, you'd be prepping meals, catching up with family or whatever, and then it'd be over. So you're just working for that weekend that was just working to get you back to work on Monday. So it was horrible, horrible, horrible cycle. People come into the business for all different reasons. And, whether they're stay-at-home mums, a lot of mums have got that guilt, do I go back to work or not go back to work? And for me, I felt I needed to go back to work. We could have probably gone without me not, but our lifestyle would have had to dramatically change. So I was back at work, but I found this, and I'm lucky I did. So I guess we'd like to talk about quickly just how we get paid, just so you've got an idea. We get paid 3 ways. We get paid in profit and commission. So this is building up like a residual check. This is from your sales, from your customers, and your team's customers. But what we like to talk about is bonuses, all right? So we are lucky we come under a team where we've got Kira, we've got Lauren, and they're ultimate boss babes, and they really put on to us that we need to also look after ourselves. So for Emma, you've missed out on 12 months, but this journey is going to really help you also do a bit of self-love, a little bit of self-development, self-love, and maybe, help you get motivated again to look after yourself, because we all know as females or as mamas that the more that we do give ourselves a bit of self-love, the more the people around us benefit from that, because we're happy in our skin, we're happy in our health and how, and we're relaxed because we're doing a few things, without the kids jumping all over us and needing us 24/7. So it's nice to just have these bonuses to help you, and the idea around the bonus is to help you grow your business quickly at the start, so you understand what you're going to get paid in the future, and to give you a strong start with your business. So when we all come in, like I mentioned before, we all come in as a virtual franchise. You're not there for very long because we ensure that you're either past there when you start or that you're not far off. You've got 10 days to get to the first promotion, which is DVF. But what we like to talk about is your first big promotion is SDVF, Senior Direct Virtual Franchise. It means you've introduced someone to the business, someone you want to help and mentor, help them either get their product cheaper, get on the road, go on a holiday, pay off their credit card, whatever reason it is they're coming in. They all come in for different reasons. And that's a $400 bonus for you and a $400 bonus for your teacher, because we're a teach-to-teach bonus, but don't forget you too will be becoming the teacher. Okay, so if you introduce 3 people to the opportunity, you want to help them get these promotions, because you too will get the teacher bonus of it. All right, and then as your business grows, you keep sharing with people, you become a sales coordinator. That's a $600 bonus. So you really are becoming a bit of a leader by then. You've got a few people under you, and you've got quite a few customers that you're giving lots of customer care to, because a lot of your customers do fall in love with the products. It's not something that you come in for a short time with. It's literally fruits and vegetables. If you can get that variety into your diet every day, you're probably likely to want to stay on. So I'm going to get Catherine to share if she's free. Where is she? Oh, yep, she's got a helper. So this is what we do. Us stay-at-home mums, we normally have a helper. So I'm just going to spotlight her. She's SC and she's working on SSC. All right, Catherine. So just tell us when Juice Plus came into your life, some of the amazing results you've had, and what you're looking forward to in the business.
Hi, thank you, Joanna. Hi, everyone. I'm Catherine, and this is Darcy for those who haven't seen him before. I started off with the products when he was 6 months old. He's my youngest of 3, who Jordan's trying to stick his little head in the picture as well. And I've was lacking energy, and I just was not being the mum that I wanted to be. So I put up a post of I had some amazing results on the product. I put up a post, and Jana said, she could do it, answer for me, or I could answer. So I thought, why not? I was looking at going back to work anyway, and just as my partner had off, so we needed the extra income. Oh, sorry, everybody. Hang on. So I got into the product, the business, just hoping that I could pay for groceries and nappies for this one. And it has, skyrocketed since then. Like we've been able to go on family holidays. We've been able to.
And we're going on holiday again.
Yes, we're going on holidays again. And we're going to Queensland. We're going to Queensland in June, which we're all really excited about. I've been able to pay off my personal loan, and it's just been really a dream come true. So I'm really looking forward to what this year is going to bring. And yeah, it's the community has been amazing so far. So, what did you do? Am I still here? So it's just been amazing so far. I've made some great friends all around Australia, and it's been great. So thank you, Jana.
Awesome, thanks, Catherine. And as you can see, this is how we do a lot of.
Jana, you're on mute.
Yeah, I just noticed that. I don't know what I just said either. This is how we work, with or without the kids, it doesn't really matter. For the stay-at-home mums, it is all about working in stolen moments, but it's totally up to you. You can come into this business and you can literally work at your own pace. Or if you do want to make something big out of this and you do want to get on the road with your caravan, or you do want to quit your job and be home with your children, it's totally up to you. What you put in, you'll get out of it, and you get to choose your wage. I've had a pay rise every month I've been in this business, and like I said earlier, I was working full-time. 5 months into this business, just working in absolute stolen moments, about 5 hours a week, I think I was putting in when I first started. I was able to go part-time by June. So I started in January. I went part-time in June. By December, I was able to resign. So I had been home with my kids since January. Another whole learning experience, but I'm loving it, and the kids are thriving off having me home. And I totally work this business around them, around kinder, around occasional care so they can do their socialising, around swimming lessons, around their sporting activities. I get to meet more parents that way, and by sharing my journey on Facebook, not selling, just sharing it, they can ask me what it is I do, and they can tell me what's going on with them, with their health and their children's health, and I just get to share what I'm doing with them, and then see if it's something for them. So again, as your business keeps growing, I don't know if I'll get her back on again. She's just told me that I was mute, but Lindsay, I will share this. Lindsay's almost at SSC. She was a uniform Navy. Like she said, she's about to have her third baby, but she doesn't have to go back to work. She's just finished up like 2 weeks ago. And, with Harry, she didn't get to see, she only got to see him for a few birthdays. He was with his dad, and she missed out on so much, and she was worried she was going to be doing the same with Harper and this new little one on the way. But now she gets to be at home with her little ones, and she's smashing the business, and she's sharing it and helping other mamas be present in their children's lives. And so that's where Linz is at now. And for me, I'm working on QNMD, and that's a $1,200 bonus for me and a $1,200 bonus for my teacher. And again, that's all about, for me now, is growing more leaders and helping them share and help other people do more of what they love and less of what they hate. And just helping people, again, just continuously with their journey, with their health. Again, I just keep saying it, results are different for everybody. Like attracts like, what it can create for you. Even though my husband is taking the product, has been now for 14 months, he still doesn't like fruit and vegetables. But he's taking his capsules, he's bridging a big gap in his diet, so he's getting huge results. And I feel better knowing that he's getting that in his diet. And then there's that top position, which we spoke about before as well, NMD. That's a $3,000 only for you, because your teacher's earning too much money by then, and you're on about $80,000 to $120,000 a year. Okay, depending on your growth of your business, how wide it is, and all those sort of things. And all you did was come in and pay $175 and look after your health. $175. I don't know what I said, if I said that or not, but That's literally it. If you got on today to help support Emma in her launch, thank you so much. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, Emma, for your first launch. You did amazing. If we didn't get all your questions answered, please reach out to Emma or to whoever invited you today and get those questions answered. And just ask yourself what if, or just, rethink about what it is you are doing with your health. Because we've all got a gap, whether it's in our health, whether it's in our finances, whether it's in our lifestyle. And, this could be your vehicle to change that. So thank you, everybody, for hopping on and supporting Emma with her launch today. And hopefully we'll see you all again soon. Thank you.